Sun Tzu said something in his book, The Art of War, that has been stuck in my head for a very long time. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Most people hear that and think it's about some ancient battlefield. Nah, it's about the fact I sat there and studied this man's entire career before I ever opened my mouth. Every beef he's been a part of, every pattern, every way he moves. Because by the time I called him out live on the Dragon Pit, I already knew how it was going to end.
For those of you guys who don't know me, of course, Bardock, I made him since like 2.5, season 2.5. But I just want to say, all right, I gotta break some glass here, all right? I just want to say to all these content thieving, replay stealing, burger slop ass bitches like Xuses, Be a Pro, Sora, Uncle Bardock, Lord Yamcha, all of these burger slops gotta face me. Y'all out here jacking these tournaments and exhibition footage like it's straight parasites.
Talk to him.
We strike y'all fellas, and yet y'all still won't stop sucking that dick for views.
Talk.
And we asked y'all kindly to remove it without a DMCA strike, and y'all straight ignored us. So we will continue striking your videos with proof to YouTube and get your shit off of it. If you replay parasites wanna do something or say something about it, do it in the pit and face me, because y'all are the most fraudulent motherfuckers to ever exist. Especially Xuses and Be a Pro. And one last thing. Someone in the Dragon Pit is calling themselves the best Bardock or the best Bardock in North America. Your Bardock is straight fucking trash. Your content is ass. And you wanna know something? You're a whole greedy gold digging slut for putting a paywall just to interact with you on Twitch. Who do you think you are in this world? You're not the main character here. Golden Fighter, you're the worst Bardock I've seen in the pro scene ever. Can't even do optimals with Bardock with them sloppy ass combos. I'm right here willing to put up $100 on a first to 10. I'm tired of your corny, fraudulent bitch ass. And that's all I gotta say.
Some of you were there for it live. Some of you are about to find out what actually happened and the whole aftermath of it. Real quick, in case you missed it, during an episode of the Dragon Pit, hosted by my GOAT, Last of the Starks, I called out not just the AI slop once more, but I called out the Golden Fighter. Man's been having beef with everybody in this community for a good minute. And what happened after? Honestly, it was some of the funniest, most unhinged stuff I've ever been a part of, and I was very unhinged during the entire time. So let's get straight into it. So here's the thing. To understand what happened, you gotta understand who this man is. So let me break down the situation with full context. This is the full story. Golden Fighter, he was a menace, apparently the #1 player on the Xbox platform on dbfz, and then he transitioned over to PS5 to quote-unquote get better at the game, which honestly, that's a valid take. But during all that time, he's had beef with multiple people, including now Last of the Starks, but he's also had beef with Noah Black, he's also had beef with Straight Stripping, and just a whole bunch of people, and the reason why he's been banned off of so many Discord servers. Then he joined the Dragon Pit Discord server, which honestly, like at first I was like, okay, whatever, he's just gonna be just lurking, not saying anything, which I could care less. Then one day I was talking to some of the fellas there, some of my homies there, about my hitbox, how I'd recently had modded it, and out of the blue, this motherfucker comes in. How much for me to buy your hitbox? But the thing is, he doesn't call my hitbox a hitbox. He calls it a hori. And I'm like, brother, this ain't for you. And the most disrespectful part is he's calling a hitbox a hori, and a hitbox tends to have better quality parts than a fucking hori. So I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then I decided to do some digging on this man, because I was like, dude, who the fuck is this fella? And I come to find out, like, oh, he has 2.3k followers, but yet he has a sub-only chat, has a sub-only fucking VOD replay, and the only way you can interact with him is if he's live, which is the only time where he's not like enforcing that sub-only bullshit that he has. And part of me starts to believe, oh hey, this fella probably has botted followers, and comes to find out he most likely has. And that's when I decided, hey, I need to drain the swamp out of this fella and I need him to get out ASAP. And that's when I made that call out post, not just towards the AI slot, but towards him too. And honestly, the way he's handling the entire situation, or the way he handled the entire situation, honestly baffles me. I had originally told him, hey, I can do 100, right? This motherfucker decides to retweet, put up $200, then bitch, what you really trying to do? Monday or Tuesday, my only day off. What's up? Motherfucker, barely anyone can understand the way you're talking. Talk like a normal human being. It's not that fucking hard. And two, guess what? I agreed to 200. Yes, I agreed to 200. I may have not said it on a Twitter post, but I did tell the pit I'm agreeing to whatever price point you are putting up, because I will whoop your shit. And then right after, you decide to retweet an old post from like 3 years ago saying that bring that bap-ass Gohan out here, bring $200 or go suck a dick forever. My Bardock will basketball loop your shit. Motherfucker, the only fella that's getting looped is you by my Bardock with some fucking sauce, which you don't have absolutely none. And then he said his infamous quote, "Fuck the pit." And all hell unleashed on this clown, because everyone respects Starks for who he is as a player and as a TO, especially as a TO because he has provided a whole bunch for the community and he has taken nothing from it, literally not a single penny from it, and he gives back all the money that he gets for these money matches straight into the players' pockets, never for himself. And he literally, Golden Fighter literally got ratioed about either 6 or 7 times, and I'm not saying it as a joke. And just like how my GOAT Infinite said, he's just speaking without thinking. He's just saying how he feels without ever actually using his brain for once, like brother. And then he decides to retweet my shit for like the 17th goddamn time. And he says, "How you mad you couldn't get on my Twitch to watch my game life, huh? My Bardock will open your mind, come through bitch, bring $200 bitch, have it ready, become a victim, you hater. Who taking your content and your Discord lame as fuck for letting you speak like that." Let me just break this down for y'all. First point, I'm not mad that I couldn't get on your Twitch to watch your game life because I can do it without even subbing to go watch your VODs. 2, no one gives a fuck about your game life because you're that fucking unknown. You've been banned off of multiple Discords for a fucking reason, you dumb twat. 3, your Bardock will never open my mind. It will never, and it has never, because the only thing I see is basic BNB, you sloppy hoe. My Bardock is at least 100 times saucier, 100 times better than your sloppy ass Bardock, bruh. So don't even get me with that shit. And last point, my Discord? That's not my Discord. That's the official Dragon Pit Discord, you twat. And I was allowed to make my PSA for the way that I wanted to make it because Starks allows this type of stuff. And then I said that as a Twitter reply. And I also included a time and date to host it at Starks' Dragon Pit because hey, 1, I don't care about publicity. 2, I want to show people that hey, you're talking all this fucking shit and you're getting washed by me. And then not only that, 3, to give Starks more publicity because he deserves that publicity for being an actual genuine human being for who he is. I love you, Starks, you're the GOAT. And then he says, "Fuck me and the pit," and that I wanna duck, and that he's saying that he has the whole day off tomorrow too and whatnot, and then he says that I'm gonna free you up if you take the bait, blah 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 blah. Yeah, slander, slander, slander. Shut the fuck up. And then of course I had to reply and say something because come on, you're just fucking talking nonsense with your fucking feelings instead of actually thinking. And I said I wasn't ducking him whatsoever because I don't fucking duck out of fucking shit like this. I told him I set the time and date, and if he decides to duck after telling him the time and date, which was a week in advance, then he's just a fraud. Just like how he almost fucking ducked Noah after trying to get him to fight him for 3 goddamn hours because apparently you were making excuses about, oh, putting your kid to sleep and that you couldn't join his ring, which is honestly fucking stupid as fuck. And then not only that, he offered you to play on PC since the PS5 wasn't working. And then his last option, because Noah was trying to be a genuinely nice person on the PS4, which, yeah, it sounds fucking horrible doing a money match on the PS4, but he was keeping the options open because he wanted to fight you, you dumb fucking twat. And then once Noah said he was offering to play on PC, I found out he has a PC. And then not only that, Saturn told me he doesn't know how to plug an Ethernet cord or how to play on Ethernet on his PC. I'm like, bitch, you have to be so fucking stupid for that shit. There's no way you don't know how to plug in an Ethernet cord onto your fucking PC. It's exactly like the fucking PS5. And if you say that, oh, it didn't reach long enough, then get a fucking longer one, you dumb fuck. It's $25 on Walmart. You can just get it. Go in, get out, 150 foot, it will reach to your fucking room, you dumb idiot. And then he tells me to shut up and saying that, oh, we could have played today, but I'm apparently somewhere with my ass out in the air. And motherfucker, there's something called work, and especially where I work at, it's 130-degree weather. I'm fucking tired 9 out of 10 times a day, yet I'm still pumping and dumping this content because it's fucking goated, unlike your content, which somehow is playing off of an iPod. Like, what? And then after that, he calls the Dragon Pit a knockoff HOC, even though it's nothing like the HOC. After that, he retweets my tweet once more, and he says, had my name in your mouth and your man done spent his Jordan money with me, put 300 up for disrespecting Dr. Seuss peasant, I want to take your equipment money. Brother, I agreed to 300 as well. And 1, I'm not disrespecting Dr. Seuss. 2, I fuck with Dr. Seuss. And 3, the only peasant here is you. And after that, there wasn't really any tweets off of it, but instead of him actually fixing his PC so it can actually take Ethernet, actually labbing and training up his Bardock to show and see how it stacks up to mine, which it doesn't, he decides to continue posting on Twitter on his nonsense. He doesn't train whatsoever and instead decides to play GTA and starts making excuses on Twitter about all of this shit. And then the day of the match, he says, I'm not joining any ring but mine. You feel brave enough to partake in the match, got my 300 ready. Bitch, we said PC, not PS5. Where's the Ethernet cable? And then he says, I'm hitting for 100. I'm not hitting for 100. Put up 300 or scram. Motherfucker, I've already said and agreed to 300. What about the fucking Ethernet cable, brother? It's not that hard to plug in a goddamn fucking Ethernet cable. And then he starts LARPing again about fucking Noah getting fucking Noah Black's $200. Brother, that's fucking old news. No one gives a fuck about that shit. Noah moved on. You haven't, apparently, you dumb twat. And he released some messages between him and Muffin, and Muffin pretty much saying that he should refuse to play against me in the pit because apparently Starks is profiting off of this, even though he's giving all the money that he's getting from it back into the players' pockets. Okay, bud. And some of you guys might be asking like, oh, why couldn't I just run it on PS5 with him? 1, I don't have a PS5 around me at the moment. And no, I won't be playing on a living room TV that probably has an additional like 5 frames of delay. Fuck that shit. And not only that, I don't even have it connected to Ethernet because I don't have it around me whatsoever. So what's the point of me even wanting to play dbfz on the PS5? And I do have to add up onto this because it's actually very ironic about this. So while I was watching his stream lurking on it, I realized that, oh hey, he was AFK and spamming on Twitter, reposting his fucking Twitter slop that he always does. And once Starks had posted that, yeah, he's not doing the fucking money match anymore while we were out here wasting our time wanting this money match to happen, this motherfucker magically appears as soon as Starks called it off. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're wasting everybody's time and you're forcing me to play on the PlayStation when I don't even have it near me? Dude, you could have just plugged in your Ethernet cable. It's not that fucking difficult. Matter of fact, people were willing to pay you to go get that Ethernet cable. So what's the logic in that? But that's where I dipped because I was like, dude, you're just wasting my fucking time. You're wasting everybody's time. Everyone wanted to see this match because I fucking actually have a valid reason for calling your bitch ass out, and you wasted everyone's fucking time. And things just got escalated even more because like, hey, I had initially just said $100 money match. That's about it, nothing more. And then this motherfucker was escalating it to $300, and I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna take those $300, but you could use those $300 in case you lose for something more important, especially when you have a child that you could be supporting with those $300. And that's not me attacking him or his child. That's just me being considerate of him and his child because I'm a genuine human being and I support all life in this world. And here's the final nail in the coffin and why he's banned off of the Dragon Pit server. He says, not a single narrative I'll change. I flew off with 200, you little boy, and I'm not gonna finish it because what the fuck. And that's where he got banned off the Dragon Pit, and surprisingly enough, my goat Neo Judai had some things to say about it. Quote, alright, I have been watching your tweets for a bit now and stayed in the shadows, but now you're taking it too far and way out of the game. Not only are you talking about someone from the community disrespectfully, but you talking to a minor that way, it isn't going to sit well with me. If you have a problem with the people in the game, that's fine, but out the game like this, no bueno at all. But look, I came in just wanting to play this man, and that's it. But watching somebody go from a money match talk to calling a literal kid some homophobic and extremely derogatory terms is absolutely crazy work. Neo already said what needed to be said. I'm not about to sit here and lecture for 10 minutes. Just know the line got crossed and a lot of people saw it. And not only that, people's times were wasted, so why should I consider money matching you? Also, in regard about him calling me a bad Bardock player,
I genuinely can't tell if you're trolling or being an actual arrogant, egotistical piece of shit. Whatever the case is, thank you for wasting everyone's time. I will proceed to take your soul in dbfz and now in Tokon. Don't you ever disrespect the pit, my homies, or my Bardock ever again. Unless you want the whole Mexican FGC to rob and milk you out of your money and mangoes, which from the looks of it, looks like you need it more than me for that rent that's coming up. Pinche madre. Oh my god, he's so ass. Of all the stupid, asinine, shark-jumping bullshit! Talking all that shit. Too scared to get kicked in your chest. By me. You're nothing but a fraud!